John Carpenter presents Vampires. So Vampires. To be honest, I haven't actually watched that one. That was also from the bargain bin. Valentine, starring Angel, aka Agent Booth. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. A lot of people kind of hate that movie. It's not great, but it's not as terrible as some have made out. And this one, which you can tell with a significantly faded spine, was actually the first DVD I ever bought. I got my first DVD player back in 1999 on the day that The Mummy came out. So this one, obviously, I intend on keeping. And I'm just going to pause this while I put this back in. Okay, and we're back. And then The Mummy Returns, sequel 2 years later. And then The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which actually still has the Walmart sticker on it. This was actually one of the first Blu-rays I bought. Sometimes these are good for a lark. The Psycho collections, or the whatever it's called. Just basically get some cheap, lesser-known horror movies in there. And yeah, so we got Wes Craven's Chiller, Maniac, Gothic. There we go. The Ring, Phone Rings, Bad Things Happen. Also from Blockbuster. It's been a while, and yes, full screen. It's been a while since I bought from Blockbuster, and well, since Blockbuster is going out of business, I won't be getting any more. This one was back in early 2003. Another one, I don't know what this is doing here. And then, of course, we have the Saw collection. Right now, I only have up to Saw 5. And I haven't gotten any of these on Blu-ray yet. I was actually going to get the first Saw until I learned that it's probably one of the worst Blu-ray transfers. So for right now, I just have the Blu-rays. But anyway, so there's Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Blockbuster bargain bin. You know, perhaps one of these days I should take my Blockbuster sales stickers off. And then Saw 5, and at some point I will get the rest. Jeepers Creepers. I actually thought this was a great horror movie. There's been other ones made since, but that's the only one I have in here. Joyride from Blockbuster. This one we're going way back to 2002. Standard run-of-the-mill horror movie, crazy guy, stuff happens. Lake Placid. One movie that probably no one remembers. Does have Bill Pullman in it. People might recognize him from Independence Day or his recent Torchwood appearance as the crazy, immortal serial killer dude. Okay, and next we have Lost Souls, also with price tag on it, from more than 10 years ago. The Mist. This is actually one of the few movies that I actually wouldn't mind upgrading to Blu-ray. This is probably, out of Stephen King's more recent horror movies, this one rocks, and it's got a nice little kind of sad twist at the end. Okay, and here we have John Cusack, 1408. This is actually a pretty neat little suspense movie if you're looking for something that's, you know, scary or whatnot, or, you know, a decent movie, and you're a John Cusack fan. Well, probably worth watching. The room is freaky. Gothica. It's okay. I haven't watched that in a few years. Of course, The Grudge. This was one of Sarah Michelle Gellar's few outings. Actually, I believe she did this, if I remember correctly, right after Buffy the Vampire Slayer ended, or maybe within its last year. I could be mistaken, or I could be right. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm not. M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening. Good movie, a little short, but still, you know, good suspense horror worth watching. The Haunting, obviously a remake of a classic movie. This one, I don't actually have the classic version of The Haunting, which is very different from this, which I intend on getting at some point. This actually probably should be more in science fiction. And the first Hostel movie. Another one of these great kind of crazy, messed up action thriller movies. Definitely worth watching. So there you go. So that is the horror selection. And I'll do an update because I know I have other horror movies in other sections as I continue putting my DVD collection back in order. And obviously this is including some action movies, which somehow I stuck in here when I was moving things around and didn't notice. I don't know, unless you find Brad Pitt scary. But anyway, so that is everything. Well, for this video anyway, there's a lot more to come, so have yourselves a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.